Looking back on the whole experience, it was the best year of baseball that I've ever had, and probably the best team in terms of how well we clicked together. So being able to think about the whole year, starting in spring training and ending the way that we did, it was pretty special, and it was just a lot of fun to be with. Well, the whole time I was thinking about my last start and how I felt like I kind of let the team down a little bit, and just remembering that I had a lot of confidence in everyone going forward with our bats and Mikey and Carl doing an amazing performance in Game 1, and then when I thought about he was going to get the ball in Game 4, we actually roomed together that last trip, so I got to experience his whole prep before going into an elimination game, which definitely I took as much as I could from that. And then he did so well that, there's a lot of confidence going into Game 5 around the team. I remember a lot of guys coming up to me, Rome especially, saying that, they had all the confidence in the world, and that definitely made it a lot easier for me to take the mound. And, then when the bats started going, it's pretty easy to pitch in front of, and it's really easy to throw to Tanabe at that point. I was just trying to calm down, probably, because I was so worked up for the first 5 to 6 innings. Um, and just trying to support the team as much as I could, just giving as many high fives and keeping the morale up. And, we were doing so well that I didn't want to let anything get ahead of us. Just start counting outs and staying as focused as we can. And until, that last inning, it definitely started to become a lot more real, especially after the first out in the last inning. I started to see everybody's face, and, the writing was kind of on the wall. And, it was really great, those moments going up to it. And then when that last pitch, it was a lot of fun. It's really surreal. I never would have dreamed of that going into this year. And I guess just thinking back on how amazing the whole franchise is, and this is the first time that I was able to pitch in front of a crowd like this all the time. 7,000 fans in the elimination, the playoff berth game, and it was just a really special moment that if I didn't have the team that I had behind me and the front office helping us the whole way and the fans out there, I don't know if I was going to be able to do it. But the whole support going forward was a lot easier on me going into the Game 5. I didn't feel like I was alone doing it. That was the best moment I felt of the year. I mean, I know that winning the championship should have, but experiencing that in front of the fans, especially with 2 outs and 2 strikes, and I felt everyone stand up, it just kind of set in for the first time what I was doing and who I was doing it for. So when the fans started getting into it as much as I could, I wish we were playing so many more elimination games in front of them, because that was by far the best feeling I had on the mound, and it was definitely because of who I was doing it in front of. I definitely think that it had a lot to do with it. Going into those starts, I remember, missing being back home a lot, and thinking about how much support that I had going forward into this year and into all the years before that. That whenever they get a chance to come out, it really does feel like home again, even if it's for a day. And I get to spend all of that time with my dad. I usually spend, those hotel stays with him instead, and it just makes it seem more impactful when I take the ball, knowing that he's in the stands. Even though we have this joke that I don't look for him and he doesn't sit anywhere near so I can see him, but I definitely know that he's there, and it definitely shows with every time I go out. I did love pitching in Lincoln. It was the first place, and I had a lot of great memories there of a team that took a shot on a kid from the Pecos League. So I had a lot of remarkable moments there, and playing in the championship with Lincoln too. So that definitely was a lot of great memories that I took into the Goldeye season, and I feel like I finally put it together with all the support that I had with great fans and a great team, and especially a great manager working through me for the whole year. So I think Lincoln really did, you know, help me a lot. So whenever I go back to that stadium, I really do feel a lot of those memories. When the roles reversed, especially going into Lincoln, um, it was different. I had never been in that dugout before, and it definitely felt like a different experience. But I did see a lot of great fans that supported me, even though I was in a different uniform. You know, I had a great host family in Lincoln, just like I did in Winnipeg. But whenever they came out, they took a lot of time out to try to see me and make those experiences last. And it was a great moment to realize that even though you're playing for a different team, all the support that you get that I got in my career always stays with me. And even when I go again, whenever I go there, I feel it again. Probably the moment when I step on the mound again and I hear, the reigning champions of the American Association, and just feeling that moment again, how it just keeps sinking in. It always feels like it doesn't sink in. Even when I got the ring, and even the celebration when we came home with the fans, which was just an amazing 2 day experience that I feel like I wish never ended. But when I go back and that first time hearing that, that's going to be a great experience. But I'm definitely going to be focused on next year and doing it again. So I'm excited to do that again.
Is that a real question? I don't know if there's like a best. It's just whoever plays the most, you know. I think I might be the most addicted to Pokemon, but Carlton has surpassed me. I think he's caught more than me. He maybe has caught them all by now.